everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Black Ink Crew Chicago Season 3, Episode 13. These motherfuckers in Cabo. Man, look. Well, first things first. How's everyone's day going today? Was everybody's day good? You know, everybody doing okay? My day was pretty good. Today at work, we still have a Spirit Week at work. So today was Wacky Wednesday, or like tacky, or like mismatch day. And you know, I came dressed pretty differently today. I will put a picture up in the thing. But yeah, I had a good day, so I'm hoping everybody else had a good day as well. Go ahead and drop your hellos, drop your how you're doing, drop your how your day went in the comment section. I'm enjoying, you know, communicating with everybody. What else? Of course, remember to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. You know, I love new subscribers and my old subscribers. I love you all, okay? We are all one people. So, this episode of Black Ink Crew Chicago, I wrote notes, but it's just in my spirit to not really go by my notes, because today's episode was a lot of things. It was a lot of things. But at the same time, it was also nothings. Okay, you know what I'm saying? It was a thing of both. So, you know, they all go to Cabo. We know that Danielle said she wasn't going because her man Terrence wasn't going. We know Don wasn't going because Ashley couldn't go. Which is cool. You know, we knew that Four and Nikki was going to be there. You know, Ryan and Rachel was going to be there. Charmaine and Neek was going to be there. And then, you know, Cobra was bringing her fake boo. And I say fake boo not for Cobra's behalf, but on Velvet's behalf, because Velvet being fake. You know, she was bringing Velvet. And then Junior and Lily coming separate together or whatnot. But we also knew that Van and Jen wasn't coming. So let's start with them. Okay? Because, yeah, they already all in Cabo. You know, people going to Cabo, they in Cabo. We do see that Velvet isn't there yet. Okay, we know that part. Velvet on her way. Van and Jen. You know, so Van couldn't go, so Van and Jen are back in Chicago. So they are at a restaurant or like a meetup place or whatever, where they're going to talk, because we all see what happened last time when Van was acting a plum D fool. And in my personal opinion, he was downright disrespectful, rude. He looked like an abusive boyfriend, and he made it look like in his spare time, in between time, in the meantime, and when ain't nobody looking, ain't no cameras around, that he might be beating Jen's ass. I'm just calling a spade, and that's what it looked like by the way he acted towards her on TV. Now, do I know for a fact that Van is beating Jen's ass? Absolutely not. Could he have just lost his control? He could have, but it looked like he beat her ass, and that's what everyone was also saying last week. So, you know, they're there talking or whatnot, and Jen is like, okay, so what you gonna say for yourself? You know, he goes all into the, you know, because she feel like he disrespected her, and that she said, you know, he disrespected me in front of other people. My thing is, so would it have been okay if he didn't do it in front of other people? Did you feel worse because other people saw his antics? Is that what made it worse? Either way it go, whether he did that in person, over the phone, in person, in private, over the phone, or, you know, in front of people, it was still 100% wrong. And Van has, I don't know if he has a Napoleon complex because he's short, if he has anger issues because he's been to prison, or if he just have anger issues because his life isn't where it needs to be. That still does not give a person the right to act like that towards the woman they say they love. So, you know, she asked him, you know, what you gonna say for yourself? He like, you know, I'll take the blame. Oh, you think it was your fault, homie? And, you know, he says, you know, I did something wrong, you know, I'm sorry, I was childish, and I sent those mean and rude texts. Like, is he missing the whole point? Fuck them texts. You look like you was gonna beat her ass. My thing is, as a man, because I'm like, maybe he hasn't seen the footage yet. You know, I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. Sometimes you are so angry, you are so upset, you don't even realize how you come off to people. You might not even realize how angry you were because you were so angry. You know, you didn't see it. So I'm going to say he hadn't seen that episode yet, and he hadn't seen how he looked and what he represented in that moment. So I'm gonna say that's why he didn't apologize for that first. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for that. Because I'm like, Van has a daughter, so you would think you wouldn't want to be out there being an angry black man, being rude and yelling at a woman. But we don't know. So she like, but what about how it escalated? Yeah, because you was in there saying, you gonna get fucked up. Who you think you talking to? And all the extraness, He's like, I'm just going through some things, personally. And I'm like, you think she don't know she your girlfriend? Van, she's your girlfriend. And, he says, with me being on paroles, I'm facing different demons. And, sometimes I react. And I react because I know stuff hurts you. Now, I can sympathize for a person who's on parole, probation, or whatever. But at the same time, you can't use that as an excuse. Is it hard being on parole or probation? Absolutely. Back in the day, I dated a guy. At one point he was on parole. At one point he was on probation. You know what I'm saying? But he never. So I'm saying that to say I know how hard it can be having to check in with somebody else. Not being able to go here, there, or wherever you want to go. And consistently having to literally check in with someone before you do certain things. So I get that aspect of it. But you can't take that to the 10th power and, put that on her shoulders. You can't do that. And, and she was like, well, I know because when you walking through the mud, I'm walking through with you because I'm right by your side. I would not have been by Van's side 8 years later, not with the way he's acting now. I mean, and again, because you can love someone, but you can be so consumed with being so comfortable with that person that you don't even see how unhealthy the relationship is because y'all are so used to each other. You know what I'm saying? So you're just complacent in the situation. And I just want Van to be a better person. You know what I'm saying? For himself, for Jen, for his daughter. Because everyone deserves to be a better person. Now, you can't wait to be a better person if you are parole or you are probation. You can't say, well, because I'm on parole and probation, I'm so frustrated. I'm going to keep being this work in progress. No, you need to keep progressing, Van. Okay? So, she says how they need to put everything on hold around them. And just focus on, getting back in sync and getting back in tune with each other and what they need. But I'm like, I just felt like the situation was downplayed. And because he was like, because the stress I'm under being on probation, being on parole. But you're not in jail anymore. You are not in jail. You have a job as to do what you love. You love tattooing. And you are on a nationally syndicated TV show. So your life could be worse. Other people who are on parole are homeless, they living with somebody else, they can't get a job, they can't make no money, they damn sure ain't on reality TV making money hand over fist. So my thing is, you need to take into accountability that you are not where you used to be. You are a better person, but you're using that probation, parole stuff as a reason to be upset, and you need to get over that. Because my thing is, even if you are on parole or probation, you still is in a better situation than most. So you should have that to look forward to. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just, he was I just feel guilty that when she, in his confessional, he's saying, I feel guilty when she can't do things because of my probation and parole. Because we couldn't go to Cabo. My thing was, Jen didn't have to not go to Cabo because you couldn't go. Jen could have went to Cabo. Okay? She could have went to Cabo if she wanted to. Because my thing is, but she chose to stay with you. That was her choice. She didn't not go to Cabo because you on probation. She didn't go to Cabo because she didn't go to Cabo. Because my thing is, if these my friends, if we going to Cabo, it's because you can't go. That don't mean I can't go. Just saying. And she's like, I understand your frustration. And I was kind of over it. I'm happy he apologized and said he, that he's a work in progress and he needs to fix himself and all that. But I was still like, Van, grow up. Okay, we love you and all, but Van, I need you to grow the hell up. And then, at the end, he like, we're gonna Bonnie and Clyde this on out. People kill me with the Bonnie and Clyde reference. Bonnie and Clyde died. Okay, they were murdered at the end of the day. I don't want to ride with you until we die being shot up. I want to ride with you until we die of old age. Counting stacks of money with children and, family and love. I don't want to go out like Bonnie and Clyde. No, not me. No, thank you. No, ma'am. No, sir. So that was all that we saw with Van and Jen. They made up. They happy as hell. It is what it is. The whole Cabo thing. I'm going to cover Cabo in two parts. I'm going to cover Cabo before people got there and after people got there. So for the most part, they're all having fun. You know, Charmaine being her loud self, she's twerking all over the place, got her cheese out, her ass out. You know, she's doing all that. They're all, of course, getting drunk, drink. You know, we see that whole thing going on, and you know, when they're outside on the pool drinking and having fun or whatnot, you know, Ryan's arm is broken, so he has his arm in a cast. So you know, he walking around chilling. Lily, drunk ass, decided she wants to play drunk Lily, and she decides to push Ryan in the pool. And she pushed Ryan in the pool with the cast on his arm. Now, any sane person knows a cast, you can't get a cast wet. Okay, you can't. By law, you can't. Let's just say that. But he had his cast on his arm. He also had his phones in his pocket. Because a person with a cast and all their clothes on don't plan on getting wet. So they don't take stuff out their pocket. So Lily being playful. And that's the thing, because sometimes you play too much because you're drunk. And Lily was drunk. So she pushed Ryan in the pool. Ryan ain't happy at all. And everyone who saw her do it was like, oh. Because I feel like I gotta go to the camera. I felt like they knew Ryan was going to be upset. And he was saying, I got my fucking cash wet. I got my fucking phones in my pocket. And again, he's a businessman. And everybody's phones ain't waterproof, okay? And it was funny him getting out the pool because he was like a whale, like sliding around, because he had to crawl out because he got a cast on one arm, so he can't just hop out the pool. And he like, this is some bullshit. So Lily like, what? It was just a joke. She don't get that what she did wasn't funny. You can do things as a joke. That don't mean people have to be like, okay, ha 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 ha. Everybody, you know, you can't do something and expect a person to react how you want them to react. And he didn't react well. He was pissed off. Clearly pissed off. He's like, my phone was in my pocket. You know, it's stupid. And Lily, first of all, Lily called him a nigga. I don't like that. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I ain't like Lily kept on saying the nigga acting like da, 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 da. You use the nigga too freely, Lily. You ain't you don't have it right. Leave him alone. So he like, you know, the cast can't get wet, and then even Rachel is saying to Lily, the cast can't get wet. He's pissed off because the cast can't get wet. And she's like, well, I didn't know that. I was trying to say sorry. Rachel was like, I didn't hear you say sorry. But I'm like, who don't know that a cast can't get wet? And if all the people sitting around, why you push Ryan in the pool? And, you know, so Ryan's pissed off. He like, I want to leave. My arm messed up. You know, my cast messed up. And you know, with a cast, you can't just out the blue be in Mexico and get a whole new cast on your arm. You know what I'm saying? So that part he's probably pissed about too. So when he's walking out, he breaks a window. Whatever. So, that happens. Then they all sitting around. I don't know why Charmaine bringing up how Nick dick is curves. I don't get when women speak on their men's dick in front of other people. That should be private. I don't care, honey. I don't even want to know. So from there, Charmaine's like, yeah, so these gonna be the rules. You know, every day y'all people gotta have sex. Every day you gotta please your partner. And they like, we don't care about these damn rules, whatever. She then says, you know, the second rule is y'all can't be around him breaking stuff. So Ryan then say, you know, that was my bad. I did break the window, but, you know, I was pissed off. You know, I didn't plan on being pushed in the pool. My phones is messed up. My cash is messed up. And it's some bullshit. And Lily like, why you acting like a princess? Really, Lily? He a princess because he didn't want his cash to get wet when his arm is broken? And I'm like, again, but Lily get drunk and she just do dumb stuff. And then it ain't until she's sober that she realized, oh, I shouldn't have did that. Ryan, like, whatever, you know, of course he's pissed off. And because even though he apologized for breaking the window, he's not apologizing for being upset that she puts him in the pool. So him and Lily go back and forth for a minute. You know, Rachel was saying, you know, it ain't about that. You know, at one point we seen Ryan grab Lily's face because Lily talking to everybody else. He like, listen to me. You know, but nothing happened. Okay, we don't care. There's even the next day, Lily is like, okay, I was dumb and I was drunk. I need to apologize because now she's sober. She cook him breakfast. She say sorry. Ryan, you know, they say whatever. They hug it out. And then they all having fun. They all partying. And they having fun again. You know, Nikki bring up how Junior and Lily fucking behind closed doors and people can hear them having sex, but they act like they're not together. We knew that already. And then, you know, They all laughing about Junior and Lily having sex, and then who pulls up? Don pulls up. Hey, Don. What up, Don? Okay, Don. So Don says, Ashley let him come because he had been doing such a good job being a husband and stepping up lately. I think that's a great thing. I feel like a trip ain't a trip without Don. I think Don is very fun. I think he's also grown. So, that's a good thing. So, from there, guess who else is in Cabo? Not just Don. No, not just Don. Danielle and Cat Ass is in Cabo too. So Danielle then lied to Cat and told Cat they're gonna have a girls trip on a girls only trip to Cabo, and so they are in Cabo. What she don't tell her is that ain't what it is. So Danielle fake as hell. Simply because if Kat is your best friend and you like, I don't want to be on this trip by myself because Terrence ain't coming, so my best friend coming, bitch. My thing is, I'm not going to put my best friend in a situation that's going to make her uncomfortable. I'm not going to put my best friend in any situation where if she did mess around with somebody else's man and I know they messed around, I'm not going to make her be in the same... I'm not going to do that. So Danielle straight up set Kat up for the okie doke. She set Kat up to be caught up in all of the drama. And so when she tell Kat it's not really a girls trip, the guys are here too. It's actually a couples trip, and not only that, guess which couple is here? Ryan and Rachel. Kat like, oh no, I want to leave. I'm going to go back to the airport. I don't want to be in this. Kat, shut up. Okay, because you're going to catch one later on too. So, and I'm just thinking why it made no sense for Danielle to invite Kat on this trip. It just didn't. Simply because you knew Ryan and Rachel was going to be there. Now, if Ryan was just there and Rachel wasn't there and you want to invite Kat, I mean, it still wouldn't have been an ideal situation, but at least you're not really putting them in a situation. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what Danielle did. So Danielle even was saying, like, I knew if she knew that Ryan and Rachel would be here, she would not have came, But I feel like she can make up with Ryan. Her and Ryan can squash it. Their business can be aired out. She can move back to Chicago, and then she can just start working back at the shop. You the receptionist, okay? You answer phones. Why you out here making money plays? Like, oh, she can do this and she can do that. And No. I don't see Kat being back at the shop simply because it's messy. You know what I'm saying? And my thing is, can adults move on and be past stuff? Absolutely. I don't see them being past this just yet. And I think Kat is messy. I think Ryan for messing with her is messy. And I think Danielle is messy for trying to bring it up and have things be Ryan there like that. So, Danielle thinking they can just talk it out. So, we see a little scene with Rachel talking to Nikki, and Ryan was talking to Ford. This is about relationship stuff. Nikki saying how her and Ford are doing better. She's hoping they can move in together, that she can get a key to his place. Rachel talking about how her and Ryan before was never on the same page, how when one was ready for the relationship, the other one wasn't. It was a lot of back and forth stuff going on, and now they are on the same page. Now they are in a better place, and now they are on this road to marriage. Ryan saying the same thing to Ford. Like, yeah, we're talking marriage now. It's been a long time coming. We had a lot of ups and downs, but I feel like now we definitely is on that road to marriage. So, okay, we see that going on. So, they all sitting around, everyone now, and they're saying to Don, like, oh, it's funny how Ash let you come now because you be behaving yourself. And then as he's saying, I be behaving myself now, they was like, so Rachel, would you ever let Ryan, come on a trip without you? And she was like, well, me and Ryan's relationship is different than Don and Ashley's. Charmaine looked shady ass in her confessional, was like, that ain't true because, Ryan cheating too, the birds, yeah, he cheating just as much as Don is. I'm looking like, huh. I'm not the kind of person to be shady like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So, as they laughing about that, who pop around the corner? Here come Danielle and Kat. When Danielle and Kat popped up, Ryan looked pissed, Rachel looked pissed, Ford looked pissed, Nikki looked pissed, Don looked confused. as even Kat said, the only person who was happy that she was there was Danielle. I mean, Charmaine was like, okay, it's cool. What y'all doing here is cool, it's cool, it's cool. But again, no one was like, hey, Kat, thank you for coming. No one. No one. And you want to know why? Because no one is here for Kat like that anymore. And the writing is on the wall. So it's very, very, very awkward. Now, the camera showed as if Ryan got up and left when Kat came and sat down. Ryan was on Twitter and I think on Instagram too. That was editing that he didn't get up when she walked in. That when Kat was there, he still sat at the table. He didn't immediately get up. But you know, it is what it is. So Nikki, who I love and hate, you know what I'm saying? She asked the very specific, truthful question. She was like, I'm just wondering what you doing here. And I'm like, okay, Nikki. And then Kat like, what? And she's like, I thought this was a 9-mask couple trip. So, you know, why you here? And Kat like, well, I'm a tattoo artist. And I was saying, but you're not a couple. You're not a couple. You know what I'm saying? And they're like, well, she my date. But I'm like, Danielle, you barely work at 9-Mag too, so whatever. So from there, you know, her and Nikki going back and forth because, of course, you know, they beefed out over 4. And every time, because the same way where Kat tried to air 4 out because he sent her some flowers. Kat keep doing that. Kat keep messing with guys in the shop and then knowing they got a girl in some way or the other. And then she want to air stuff out as if the guy is the only one to blame. It's both of y'all, okay? So her and Nikki went back and forth. I beat your ass. What? You know, it was a whole ratchet moment back and forth, but who cares? They didn't fight. They were separated. So, Charmaine then calmed stuff down. Like, look, no matter whether you're here as a couple or singles, you know, we just want to have a good time and leave all that bullshit in the past. So, 4 and Don walk off, have a private conversation, and they like, you know, I think it's crazy. I think stuff is crazy. I think it's gonna get worse. You know, I don't know why Danielle would bring Kat here. That was stupid. You know, Ryan looked hella nervous, you know, but he can't run from forever. Don then say they know that Kat and Ryan messed around at the lake house. I'm like, okay. You know, okay. You know, Forrest said how he didn't like how Kat came in and was going at Nikki. I agree, because my thing is, what you argue with my girl for? But also, Nikki, you know what I'm saying? Don't argue with her. Like, let Kat be Kat and fuck that bitch. So that's the whole conversation. This is how they know things gonna get worse, and it is. It's a couple of things that happen at this point, which I'm gonna wrap stuff up. Ryan is out the house. Him and Rachel go on a date. You know, they talking. Rachel saying how great Ryan is, how she's so happy that he's angel saying he's perfect and all these things, and how he has worked up to be a better man. And you know, they still both saying this is supposed to be a couple trips. I don't see why certain people are here for a couple trip. I completely agree, and I feel like it's the difference between coming when you're not a couple and you cool with people, and coming when you not cool with people and you still there. I feel like when you not cool with people and you come to start to cause trouble. And I think that's what they meant by saying it's too many people here who not in a relationship. I agree. So from there, you know, we see Kat talking to Danielle and Charmaine. And she's saying, well, you know, me and Ryan was messing around before. We all knew that. She said, you know what, and during the summer, me and him was kicking it. He was like how he liked me and stuff. But I didn't know he was also hanging out with Rachel. And then him and Rachel supposed to get serious. Me and him stopped kicking it. But then at the lake house, we hooked up. My thing is, I want to know what hooked up means. Because people have different ways they think hooked. I mean, did y'all kiss? Did y'all have sex? Did you give him head? Did he give you head? Like, I need to know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Because anybody can say, yeah, we hooked up. And it can be, well, I kissed him. You kissing my man and you sleep with my man, it's 2 different things. And if you be like, well, I gave him some head. Well, you giving him some head and him giving you some head, it's 2 different things. So I want to know, because she just keeps saying hooked up. People keep saying hooked up. Even Ford and Don was saying, well, we heard him in the bathroom. So I'm like, but what did y'all hear? Like, no one's saying what they heard. You know what I'm saying? I'm just wondering. And whatever. And usually, if they say they heard whatever went on, the camera crews would have caught something. They would have been playing snippets of what was caught. And I haven't heard anything, seeing things. So from there, she keeps saying stuff like, I feel awkward being here, and I can't see me being here with Rachel not telling her, and what Ryan is doing is wrong, and I feel like I need to tell her, And I'm like, but you knew at the lake house he was with Rachel. So why all of a sudden do you feel oh so wrong, or you feel the urge to tell Rachel something? Because I just can't be in her face and it's to be fake with her. But you was behind her back being fake because you still knew that was her doing. You still did what you did. You know what I'm saying? You and Ryan both filed. So I don't know what happened. If something happened, y'all both filed. The only way it wouldn't be filed is if at that point in time, Ryan and Rachel was beefed out and they wasn't together. That's the only way Ryan won't be filed for it. Now it's up to Rachel to forgive him for his indiscretion. That's strictly up to her. But I don't see how Kat playing a victim as if, oh, he played me. No, because you saying that you knew he was doing whatever. So then she was like, well, all this time since the lake house, he been hitting me up, telling me I can come back home and all this stuff. So he trying to get with me behind her back. So I'm like, is he? Is he really though? Like, I just want to see this go down. Of course, we know we don't see what it happened on this particular episode. They always do that. Plus we got one seeing Cabo Part 2. But she's just gung-ho to tell Rachel. And I just don't see it ending well. And I don't like when anybody knowingly mess with somebody with a other person. Like, if you a guy and you know a chick has a dude and you still sleep with her, you can't be like, I gotta tell him. This ain't right. He needs to know. You would want to stand that in the beginning, and the same thing for a female. Kat knew Ryan had Rachel. So you can't be like, oh my God, nah, I'm the victim. Ryan played us both. Because you can't come to me woman to woman when you knew I was his woman. You can't. I would be pissed off at you too. I'm be pissed off at him, yes. But I'm pissed off at you too. Because first of all, Kat be messing with too. I mean, I think they said that we know she messed before. We know she messed with Ryan. We found out that she also, like, at least was kissing around with Van and stuff. So I think at this point, you pass around. And is you upset because the person you thought it would be more... But she did the same thing with 4. She messed around with 4. She said 4 was dating her and Nikki at the same time. And then when 4 chose Nikki, she made it seem as if 4 was playing them both at the same time. And she wanted Nikki to see her point of view. She did the same thing with Ryan. The exact same thing with Ryan. Kat... She ain't right, I'm just telling you. So, the last thing that we see is Velvet is finally there. Yes, Stripper Velvet has made it to Cabo. And, Cobra happy, they're kissing and hugging or whatever. And she's like, I want to dance for you. And Cobra said, don't dance for me, dance for them. They need some of that. Velvet put on her little stripper gear. And she walked out. And Cobra's like, my girl gonna dance for y'all, She gonna, shake that thing. She gonna be twerking. And Velvet came out in her full stripper uniform, and she dancing and stuff. They throwing dollars on and stuff. Nikki wasn't feeling it at all. Simply because, Nikki don't play with girls being near 4 at all. And Velvet was bent over, ass cheeks out, and she twerking in the way to where 4 at. Now, 4, like, it's awkward for him because it's one thing when you at a titty bar, and it's a dancer. But my girl is sitting right there, and she don't look happy. So 4 had to kind of just sit there and look at Velvet dancing, but not really interact. You can't, smack her butt. He ain't throw no ones on her. You know what I'm saying? He's sitting back. And then Nikki like, you need to twerk your ass the other way. Just move the other way. Don't play with me. And my thing is, even if you are a dancer, you should ask the girl, hey, do you mind, girl? Is it okay? And then she's like, girl, do you, girl? Yeah. But if you look and see the dude's girlfriend sitting there looking pissed off, why would you keep dancing on him? Like, just move on to somebody else. And, they end up kind of getting into it. And because Nikki like, I don't like that shit. Velvet getting hype. Cobra had to pull her back. They had to pull Nikki back. They arguing back and forth loud as hell. I'm saying? At one point, Nikki was standing up on a little table. I'm looking like, y'all just be in here just wilding out. And, they having a yelling match back and forth. And I'm like, Cobra, why did you have this girl dance with these people? That was just stupid. And, they arguing, and it kind of goes off as Cobra pull Velvet outside and saying, hey, stop, calm down, don't do that with Nikki, because we know Nikki crazy. And then Velvet like, that bitch need to understand she can't play with me. And then Velvet darts in and runs in, and it cuts off at that point. So we see, we know something happened, but we don't know what happened yet. So the next episode seems to be good. We see that supposedly Ryan is going to get caught up in whatever scandal he is in. I'm pretty sure it looks like Four and Nikki get into it, and it's kind of hot, crazy argument. We see Lily going to see her sister. So the next episode looks good. I just want to get this whole cat. So I want to get this whole thing over with so that Cat can go away. Personal opinion. So that was my review. My mouth is so dry. I'm so tired right now. But that was my review of Black Ink Crew Chicago. This is episode 13? Episode something. Season 3, episode 13. So until next time, people, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay's Corner.